It seems today that all you see is Brit cameos in cartoons on American TV. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British guest stars in Family Guy.
Evening, gents. How about a nice warm lager?
And help yourself to a packet of crisps.
Or a ruddy nice plum pudding.
Holy crap!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we have covered Quahog for the best and most memorable cameos and guest star appearances by British celebrities and actors.
And if you are concerned about him, I see no evidence that there is a problem.
Number 10, Liam Payne and Louis Tomlinson, Run Chris Run.
They're not going to mess with him. He's the man. He's got real Griffin beef in those trousers.
Centred on a camp-out cutscene courtesy of Stewie, this One Direction reference caused quite a clamour amongst fans of the record-breaking boy band.
But the minibar had no sparkling water, only still.
Stop. It's too scary.
Oh, but that's not all.
And while it is a little disappointing that only half of the group recorded lines for the show, that's Louis and Liam, not Niall and Harry, their self-deprecating humour struck a comic chord with most audiences. And there's time for a slice of Simon Cowell too, though this was our second helping of him in the series.
Stewie, you shouldn't actually even be alive, you snivelling little creep.
Number 9, Brian Blessed, Road to Germany.
Stand by, my Hawkman!
There are a few more familiar voices in all of British celebrity than this man's, and here Brian Blessed resurrects one of his most famous roles. Having starred as Prince Fulton in the 1980 cult sci-fi classic Flash Gordon, Blessed belts out a few booming vocals for a frantic time travel scene with Stewie, Brian and Mort. Thanks to Mort's mistaking Stewie's time machine for a toilet, and after a series of mostly unfortunate events, the trio find themselves amidst a World War II dogfight, but Fulton's got their back. Number 8, David Thewlis, Chap Stewie.
What creature sat in the corner the first time Harry Potter visited my office in Hogwarts?
What do you mean?
What creature?
Grindylow.
Well known for playing Lupin in Harry Potter and Ares in Wonder Woman, David Thewlis really brings the British for this episode, which sees Stewie reborn into an upper-class English family.
Well, lad, welcome to your home.
Well, this is more like it.
Thewlis plays Stewie's new father, a well-spoken, overeducated and emotionally detached fellow who acts as the Griffin baby's guide around his mansion home. And did you spot Aaron Taylor-Johnson too? He plays one of Stewie's sharp-tongued siblings.
Father, is it going to live here for a while?
Oh, Aiden is the nice one.
Number 7, Hugh Laurie, 1 if by clam, 2 if by sea.
Is my father going to be okay, Dr. House?
He's in a coma, Mrs. Griffin. Listening to the sound of your voice, I'd say he's the lucky one.
While Hugh Laurie has also graced Family Guy in character as House, we've picked out his first appearance on the show for today's list, when he became one of the first British guest stars to feature. In an episode which sees the Drunken Clam converted into a classic British pub, Laurie cameos as an enthusiastic punter who steps in when Peter and his buddies are befuddled by cricket. And this was in the days before House was even a thing, so Laurie's lines might have been missed by American audiences.
He endeavours to score by dashing between the creases, provided the wicketkeeper hasn't whipped his bails off, of course.
Number 6, Alan Bennett, Brian's Play. Brian's often misplaced high opinion of himself is a recurring Family Guy theme, but it's never been more obvious than in this episode. The aspiring writer believes he's destined for Broadway, and he's ready to mix it with the intellectual elite. But then Alan Bennett shows up and cuts him down to size.
Have you ever heard of a passing fancy?
I have.
Oh my God, what a load of rubbish.
The English playwright unknowingly but brutally trashes Brian's work, leaving Brian's fragile confidence in pieces. It's enough to drive a dog to drink.
It's not like you were the only fat guy in there.
What?
Oh, this is about the play, sorry.
Number 5, Ricky Gervais, be careful what you fish for.
Man, I can't wait to get a Mercedes.
Me either.
That's gonna be sweet.
While this episode did receive mixed reviews, Ricky Gervais's talking dolphin role is definitely memorable. Gervais plays Billy Finn, a love-lost dolphin who crosses paths with Peter by way of sunken shipment of Mercedes-Benz.
You know, like driving around, getting into incidents with other motorists. Honk, honk. Stay out of the way, you old bat. Asian.
Not all Asians are bad drivers.
There follows a series of awkward but oddly endearing exchanges between Peter and his unexpected pal as Billy tries to reignite the romance in his marine marriage to Lucy Davis's Joanne. It's a love story unlike any other, delivered by a cringe comedy king.
I had to live on the land to learn there might be a million fish in the sea, but there's only one you.
Oh, Billy.
Number 4, Patrick Stewart, Not All Dogs Go to Heaven.
You explain your error and apologize and pray that we can negotiate a peace we can all live with. Is that clear?
A regular collaborator with Seth MacFarlane, Patrick Stewart's history with the show has thrown up all sorts of weird roles, from a talking cat to an unfortunately named neighbour.
I'm Dick Pump, and I'd appreciate it if you hooligans didn't get your eggs all over my parcel.
Sorry, I keep getting your mail, Dick. Hey, what's in there anyway?
Embarrassing stuff.
But special mention should surely go to this appearance as himself, alongside most of his Star Trek co-stars. After Stewie's disappointed by Quahog's Star Trek convention, he builds a sci-fi style transporter to bring back Stewart and everyone else. They spend the day together, and while the experience isn't quite what Stewie would have wished for, the episode is loaded with laughs.
Look at me! I've got girl boobs!
Number 3, David Tennant, Inside Family Guy.
Doctor, the alien attack has begun! We've got to return to the 21st century!
Reprising his most famous role, David Tennant's turn as the 10th Doctor for this famous cutaway gag came as a surprise to some fans.
So, how was your weekend?
But in all of time and space, has there ever been a more charmingly childish sci-fi spoof than Doctor Who Farted? A pungent pun matched only by the apparent aroma emitting from the TARDIS, it's top-notch toilet humour. It's bigger on the inside, but that's still going to linger.
But they're going to kill us all!
All right, just 1 second.
Number 2, Liam Neeson, Fighting Irish.
His new project is reportedly an historical epic in which Mr. Neeson stars as a vengeance-crazed Albert Einstein.
An all-out action hero a lot of the time, Liam Neeson is not a man to be messed with, and Peter finds that out the painful way.
Take your best shot.
Oh, no, Mr. Neeson, you heard wrong. There's nobody who respects you more than I do.
Having boasted how he could take the Northern Irish actor in a fight, Peter's forced to prove himself, but can't back up his claims. So, he submits to degrading servitude instead. Neeson has Peter perform all sorts of humiliating tasks before Griffin finally takes the beating he seems fated for. Ouch. Number 1, Ian McKellen, Send in Stewie Please.
Send in Stewie, please.
Oh, I can go in now? Oh, fantastic. He's ready. Marvellous.
It's an episode that divided opinion and stepped away from the classic Family Guy formula, but there's no doubting McKellen's magnificence as child psychologist Dr. Cecil Pritchfield.
It sounds like it's very important what other people think of you.
Oh, is that what it sounds like?
To me, it does, yes.
He and Stewie stage a seriously intense therapy session, with McKellen's signature soothing tones guiding us and Stewie through a string of standout revelations, especially concerning Stewie's accent.
I don't hear a difference.
How about now? You freaking hear that?
What about now? Sound different? Giggity?
Casting all of his Shakespearean cadence onto one animated character, Ian McKellen totally steals the show.
You're finally going to be just like everybody else.
What? Say that again.
You're finally going to be just like everybody else.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.